mountain in northern New Hampshire, Mount Musala, and Monadnock, a mountain that stands alone, unique in its geography and geology. Besides from the reputation as a formidable mountain of the Northeast, with its harsh and brutal winters, where a few hardy and perseverant mountaineers will travel, it is famous for what there is not. On one side of the mountain exists no trails, little vegetation, and gnarled trees so unearthly that few leaves cling to them for a short period of time. No towns grace Musala's slopes, although one did, Benton. Not a thriving place, but a town with some amenities and even a doctor. Now there's the rub. For a doctor is supposed to be a healer, the caregiver, the journeyman of trust. But this doctor was none of those. And as he resided in town, the town died a slow death. Doc Benton was not your country physician. Yes, he was at one time the pride of the town, related to the founding family, primed, groomed, sent to college by its citizens. But during his studies, he was sent to war to heal the wounded in battle. He returned a broken, bitter, and tortured human being with knowledge of the body and spirit for healing, but not to be ushered in to service by the likes of Doc Benton. Things began to happen in town. Things unexplainable, unthinkable, unsolvable. Not what the town wanted for a doctor. People say it was because of Musala, where he hiked as a boy and returned to scour its flanks. Now, as oft happens in the mountains, solitary hikers looking for wilderness experience meander the trails. But on Musala, some people were never heard from again. Most of these hikers were young students from Dartmouth College, which had an affinity with the mountain, since it owned much of the land and maintained the trails. Well, one industrious lad, nicknamed Dunk, short for Duncan, followed Doc Benton, trying to solve the riddle of disappearances and odd behavior of the doctor. He followed him up trails, through the dense hardwoods that gave way to the spruce fir zone, and then into the impenetrable gnarled crumholes, the crooked wood of the alpine zone. Soon, he was rock hopping and just able to catch glimpses of Doc Benton. Then he started to drop out of the high alpine region and into a seldom seen ravine where he had never hiked before. He noticed the dead wood and rock-strewn terrain was getting harder and harder to navigate. But he pressed on, ripping, tearing his clothes through the thick underbrush, and ever so often catching sight of that dark figure ahead. He kept going steeper, deeper into the ravine, twilight approaching, hungry, tired, thirsty. Where is this monster taking me? Then silence. The wind vanished. The air heavy. And standing on a rock outcrop to peer around, he felt the push of two strong. Ah! That ravine is called Joe Bill Dunk, named for some who never returned. No trails and no tales of who or what is in there.